girl, you can't come in and say, yes, Crystal Versace is my sister, and then not give us the goods. Crystal Versace
Yeah.
got to be one of the most beautiful drag queens alive in drag, and coming in and doing that. And
Did she?
it was kind of giving like at my twin in the womb, was it not?
Hi, I'm Ella Vaday, the new host of Attitude Tea Time, where each week I'll be talking to the eliminated queens of Drag Race UK Series 5. But as nobody was eliminated this week, I will be chatting to the Queen Supreme, Danny Beard.
Hi, how
Hello.
are you?
I'm very good. How are you, gorgeous?
Fab. What a fab episode last night.
I know, a full-on episode, I've got to say. Now, I saw you literally last week, and it was making me really laugh. I was out with one of my celeb friends, and she said to you...
I know what you're going to say.
She said to you, what theme are you? So what theme are you, Danny Beard?
Today, my theme is Zara in Spain.
Oh, I love it. So, Danny, it's been nearly a year since you were crowned as the winner of season 4. How has the experience been? What's been going on? Catch us up.
Well, I don't want to rub it in because you should have had this same year as me. I'm joking. And do you know what? It's been just so amazing. I've got to dip my toe into so many things that I always wanted to do. And I mean, you know what it's like. It's the craziest year. And I don't know about you, but I still feel really lucky when I'm going up for these jobs. And in a way, the top of one mountain is the bottom of another. And there's lots of things on behind the scenes that people don't see. And there's still lots of no's and hard work to push through and get things out there. But at the same time, the things that do come, I just feel so lucky to be doing. So
yeah, amazing. That's the thing. People don't see all of what goes on in the background. And a lot of things I'm sure you've done we'll see later in the year or next year. So amazing. And I believe you've got a new show on BBC 3.
How fab.
Tell us all about it. I watched it last night, but tell us. I want to hear all about it.
This is my winners series, and when we had the meeting, I was like, this is what I want to do. I want to do the official after show, because I'm thinking, well, if I call it like my own name, we can't bring in someone else to host it.
No, difficult franchise if it's called your name. Do you know what I mean?
The aftershave with whoever just doesn't sound as good.
So you're a mixture in drag and out of drag. So I saw some clips of what to expect next week. Give us a bit of the details of what to expect for the series.
So for those that have no idea, this is the official spin-off show to RuPaul's Drag Race Series 5. I recap the show each week and then sit down with the week's eliminated queen for their first official exit interview. It's all done on the set, in the workroom, so they've just written the mirror message.
Oh, wow.
They throw on a drag outfit and they sit down with me to talk about their experience, about the dramas that might happen. I'm not alluding to dramas, but there's some coming. And all the things that happen through the season and their journey. It's like Davina McCall's best bits, but we couldn't afford the actual video clip of the best bits, so we talk about it.
Yeah. And couldn't afford Davina McCall either. So there we go. I think it's a great concept to literally get them while they're still crying, whilst they've got red lipstick smudged all over their body. I think you're getting the real hot, fresh tea. So that's amazing. So listen, we're both interviewing the eliminated queens. So what is your special combination of charisma, uniqueness, nerve and talent that you're bringing to the show? What is Danny Beard going to get out of these girls each week?
I think the good thing is, and you will have this when you interview them, when the girls sit down with me, firstly, what makes our show unique? I'm the first person that they've seen from the outside world since they've gone into the world of Drag Race. And for some of them, that's quite a long time filming. And I think we managed to just get real nice content with the girls. And I'm gutted I never had this on my season or your season, or any other season of the show, because the girls get to have their final words. Get to sort it up, and you don't get that on Drag Race. You say your exit line, and we don't see you again.
I think it's lovely that you've got someone that's literally just been through the experience, because you would have been off the show for only a few months when you went back to film that. So like fresh off the Drag Race boat, you knew everything that has just happened to them. So I think that's amazing. How has the feedback been? So like when it was launched, the aftershaves announcement, has it been really positive? I did see my good friend, my good Judy, Veronica Green, left a little comment for you on the post. Was she having fun, or do you think she was having a bit of a Veronica mean moment?
So I think for the people that don't know the situation, it's not a situation, it's drag, it's not deep. When the show was announced, the image was just me out of drag. And Ronnie said something along the lines of, the Drag Race winner not in drag, I'm not gagging. And everyone came for, and I jokingly put back, you know, well, some of us look all right out of drag, babe. And I think the thing is as well, I spoke about this the other week with someone else. It's not that deep. It's drag. She said, voiced her opinion. I came back like a drag queen with a quip and kind of left it there. But I think some of the fans really got to it. And I think the thing we can take away is leave the shade for us drag queens. Like, we don't need, it's nice that people want to support and feel they need to support me, but the reality is it's online. She can write her opinion online, and opinions are like arseholes, aren't they?
Well, exactly. Everybody's got one.
Well, no, this is full of shit. That's what I'm getting at. But, you know, was my prize to do the way I wanted to do it and show the world this is the version of me I want you to see. And that's important for me and my career and what I want to do. So I have my reasons, and she has her reasons for not liking it. And, you know. Absolutely.
Well, I think it's such an amazing thing to do, to have this after show, and also to show yourself in and out of drag. If it's good enough for RuPaul, if it's good enough for Paul O'Grady, then why not Danny Beard?
Oh, bless you. And you know what, I have to say that the Veronica thing aside, the whole reception has been amazing. And I was very, very nervous to do that. You know, this is a whole new set of skills. Presenting with an auto cue, using in-ear pieces, interviewing people. I'm lucky that I've got my podcast, The Gossip Gauge. You know, I've interviewed people for a long time on there, for years. So my interview skills are probably the strongest, but you know, there was lots of new skills I was terrified to do and put out there. You only get one time to do it, one take to do it, and this was my shot. So I've got to be ready for it, you know?
Amazing. Good for you, girl. So let's get into episode uno. Yeah. What was your favourite entrance look? I think there was so many, but like, which was your fave?
Favourite entrance look, I think, was Caramel.
Me too.
Or Tamara Thomas. Like, and normally I'm not a massive fan of girls that just rely on that body, but Tamara just, the body kind of is part of it, and she's got so much more. So I think that's why I feel that way. I immediately love Tamara. I can't help but love Tamara.
You're very similar. I feel like she's
probably
very...
that's why. It's probably self-serving.
No, I agree. Cara looked absolutely sensational and just delivered that line, and like with the stick. I didn't know where she was going with that stick, but it was fantastic. I loved it. What was your least favourite look of the entrances?
Oh, that's me. Jimmy Carter.
Right. Tell me why. Tell me why.
I think your entrance, and do you know what? When I watch my season back, actually, I hate my entrance look now, and the designer's going to kill me for saying it. I swapped that entrance look from my season, was supposed to be a runway, and I swapped them around. And I wish Naomi's was just fitted nicer. It was like she skipped the last fitting. Yeah.
Well, I had a terrible time with my finale outfit. I didn't have a fitting, so let's not talk about that. Now, there's a lot of Northern representation this year. Hey, up, lad! It's me, Naomi Carter.
It's like being in a Wetherspoons when you can hear them all, isn't it?
I know. I mean, you know, the Northerners are meant to be the friendliest bunch on the planet UK. What's your take on it? Is it going to be a high drama series, or is it going to be friendly and northern and gorgeous?
I think it's going to be a bit of everything this season, and I say that I know it. Do you know what I mean? We've seen it, so I don't want to give anything away, but it is a really good season, and you fall in love with so many of them. Yeah. Where in the past, I always have one or two favourites. Where I think this cast has got likability right through it. Even people that I didn't like at first, I'm like, oh, by the end of it, I'm like,
oh, amazing. I've got to say, in the first episode, Kate Butch, I just loved all of her confessionals, and she's so camp. It's such a camp cast, isn't it, this year?
So camp, and this is what I love about Drag Race UK, is we get to see the gorgeous girls with the human hair. We get to see the older style queen. Ginger and camp queens like Kate, you know, and then fierce trans icons like Cara. So we get to see all these all in one go.
Yeah, it's such a lovely mix. And I'm really excited to see whether they get on well with each other, if it's going to be drama. I'm excited. And what did you think of the inclusion of the international queens at the club Tickety-Boo runway? And where were you, Danny Beard? Were you busy that day?
I was obviously busy prepping for the aftershave, babe. I loved that, and I loved that Sminty was the girl from our season to do that as well, because the fans love Sminty. I love Sminty. I'm a fan of Sminty. I wanted to see Sminty there. I think overall, killer choice from producers to bring them back. It gave the first episode that level of excitement we needed. How America gets Lady Gaga, we get Jimbo and Silky Nutmeg Ganache.
Oh, and we love them very much. And also I thought it was a bit of a gag, them being judged on their entrance looks, because that's never been done before. And I think an entrance look isn't necessarily your biggest, best look or whatever. It's just like what vibe you want to go for. But that was such a twist.
Well, this is why I'm saying for Naomi, I think anyone applying for Drag Race going forward, you need to have that first look like it's a runway.
Talking of gags, DeDeLicious's wig popping off during a runway. What did you make of that?
Girl, you can't come in and say, yes, Christopher's Hart, she's my sister, and then not give us the goods. Christopher's Hart's got to be one of the most beautiful drag queens alive in drag, and coming in and doing that. And it was kind of giving like my twin in the womb, was it not?
Yeah, a little bit. Do you think she deliberately did it? Do you think she styled it out well? Like, what do you think was going on in DeDeLicious's mind at that moment? Like, whether you try and keep it on your head or do you just whip it off? Where, we know famously from Drag Race, when you take the wig off, it can be game over.
I think it was an accident because she looked shocked. And I think Rue was like, okay, make it work, whatever Rue was saying. Rue was like saying, come on, whip it off or keep it on or pull it forward.
Just pull it forward.
Yeah, just do something.
Just do something, and then just off and turned it round, which is, sign of a true performer. But
yeah, did you have any malfunctions on Drag Race or in your career to date? What's been the worst thing to happen to you with a wig or with a costume? You pooed yourself.
Have you never sharted in drag?
No, I don't think I have.
Oh, you've not lived.
But tell me about it. I want to hear this tea.
Years and years and years ago, and I was hosting a very well-known stripper group, shall we say, which is basically end party galore. It was always like quite early in the day. I'd do like 3 or 4 drag gigs in the day. It was always like the second gig maybe. So I'd had a lot of Red Bull and I risked a fart. Oof. And when you realise and your face, well, in my case doesn't move, but most will. I just was like, yeah, that's gonna have to stay there now for another 2 gigs.
And did you carry on, or did you just
carry on? No one knew. The smell was trapped by the most, like 5 inches of foam. It was never.
I was gonna say, yeah. I think if I ever did have something like that, I've got enough foam to soak up a whole bath, plus 5 pairs of tights. I mean, you're never going to see no seepage. Later in the workroom, we saw Michael and Vicky having a chat about dealing with bumps in their career. What has been the hardest part of your drag journey?
Probably talking with you right now.
You bastard.
I'm joking. Oh, there's been so many. I think years ago when I did Britain's Got Talent, before Drag Race was a thing, and I knew I wanted to try and push my name out there more, and that was really the only way. And when I did that, after that, the fall from it, because it was my first experience with television and everything, I signed with like amazing management, this, that and the other. I was having meetings, and then within a week, it all just went, literally within a week. And I just remember just feeling like a massive failure. But I think that knock so early on set me up for everything I've done since, And the realization, nothing is forever. And this is the thing, even now with Drag Race, people might not know my name, your name in 12 months, in 2 years. So enjoy it while it happens now. And I think, taking the bad and making it good.
Right, back to the questions. What did you make of how DeDeLicious was talking about Alexis St. Pete in the workroom?
Who do you think's gonna be your other? I think Alexis.
I'm that close to crying.
But just because based on presentation and performance, we slipped the most.
Because it was quite full on. Did you think it was a bit too cocky? Was she trying to hide her fears?
I mean, I'm on the wrong side of 30 and I've done drag over 10 years, you know what I mean? I saw through it straight away. I don't know about you, I don't know about people at home. I saw a scared little twink putting on very big wings. You know, she was scared. She thought, shit, I'm going home. I've built this up in my head. I've come in all guns blazing. I'm Crystal Versace's sister. She had an expectation, I think, in her mind to go to a certain place, and all of a sudden that was taken away in a moment. And I think that's what we saw. I think we saw fight and talk, and that was her process in dealing with it. Do I think it was right or nice? No. Do I think she delivered it in the right way? No, it came across horrible, didn't it? I think it did intimidate Alexis.
It definitely put her off her stride. And the thing is, with the pressure cooker that Drag Race is, people react in unexpected ways. Like, you never know how you're going to react. But there we go. It is what it is. So we saw the top 5 in this episode, which was unexpected. We didn't know what that was all about. Who do you think came out number 1, in your opinion? Caramel.
I love Vicky, but I just think Karma, and I think as soon as I heard the lip sync song, I was like, oh God, this is going to be a Vicky win.
Mm.
Do you do that? Do you hear the song and think she's going to win this off this song?
When me and Kitty had to lip sync to Girls Aloud, I thought Kitty's going to win this because I do not know Girls Aloud. But yeah, I do think sometimes the songs are more kind of in tune to the Queen. So I didn't know who was going to get picked anyway. That's the end of the questions, Danny. Thank you so much for joining me, and congratulations on Aftershave. It's fantastic, and well done you.
Very much. And enjoy the rest of these interviews. I can't wait for you to properly meet all the girls. Get some gossip out of them all.
Oh, I will. I'm going to get it all out, all the hot tea. Anyways, Danny, lots of love. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching Attitude Tea Time, and come back next week for all the scolding hot tea. Bye.